I'm on Shuffle here with Versus Self. How was the show? What's going through your head?
It was awesome, as always, in Phoenix. What's going through my head is I'm glad that it's not 120 degrees this time.
For real. Yeah, exactly what Kyle said. Very fun, but not as hot.
It's cool.
It's cool. Yep. What's your favorite thing about the Phoenix, Arizona scene? I know you mentioned that briefly.
Definitely like the people. The scene is very cool. We get a lot of love here. Yeah.
I think the support, because we get a lot of support out here, so it kind of almost feels like our second home in a weird way. Especially when it comes to Versus Self, most definitely like a very welcoming feeling. Yeah.
The love.
Who are your favorite Midwest emo scram bands that are upcoming that need more attention?
We played with Journal tonight. That's definitely one of my favorites. Train Breaks Down is one of my favorites right now. Morning Dew. Yeah, I'll stick to 3 for now.
How about y'all?
I think one, they don't necessarily have no attention, but they definitely need more. Our homies Othiel from back home, and then we got Brom up north. They're some really good friends of ours. They're amazing. And then piggyback off what Kyle said, Journal as well. They're awesome.
I'll piggyback off with both of them. So yeah, really great.
So the music industry has shifted into labels, getting your name out there, but just walking up and giving CDs to now a TikTok, Instagram format. Do you think this is something good or bad for the new generation of artists?
It could go either way. It's definitely helped us. We've never done anything to feed into it. It's just been kind of people, making their videos and shit. And it's definitely helped spread the word about us. And I know that especially I feel like old heads kind of almost look down on us for that. I think a lot of them think it's very intentional and we're marketing geniuses or some shit. But I don't know, it's good and bad. There's definitely people who come into the scene from hearing us on TikTok and shit who might not know exactly how shows are supposed to go and etiquette, crowd etiquette, stuff like that. But I think rather than trying to gatekeep and say oh, those people don't belong here, fuck those TikTok kids, stuff like that. I think if those kids annoy you in any way, just maybe try to show them what you think crowd etiquette should be, and rather than gatekeep, try to keep the scene alive. We need the next generation to be there if we want something to listen to in the future. So
Running off that, what is some crowd etiquette that you think this new generation should learn?
Deodorant is one.
Especially for this show.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, this is gonna be a very divisive question, because I know a lot of people have very different opinions on this stuff. Me personally, I feel I'm not super into crowd killing at all. Yeah, just stuff like that. I think I think just kind of respect people, and if someone's standing in a place where they clearly aren't trying to engage in the pit, don't try to bring the pit to them. Mm-hmm. Yeah, stuff like that.
What do you think some crowd etiquette should be that this new generation needs to learn?
I would pretty much say what Kyle was saying. I think there's time and place for all that crowd killing stuff. I don't really think Versus Self has anything to do with it.
Yeah, we're a very I wouldn't say we're a very soft band, but for that type of shit, we're not the type of music for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, express yourself how you feel, but just make sure that you kind of read the room correctly, and make sure you're not just out there hurting people for no reason, especially if they're just trying to have a good time. You got to consider too, not unfortunately, but just the truth is a lot of the Versus Self fans are younger of age. It could be some of their first shows they're going to, and it's they're getting hit in the face. That kind of sucks. Gives a bad vibe. I mean, again, I just think there's a time and the place. You know what I mean? If you want trust me, I like hardcore bands and metalcore shit. So I mean, I like seeing it, but I think at a Versus Self show, it's a little odd, out of place. But who am I to say? I guess.
How about you?
Yeah, just reading the room. When you go to a show, you gotta expect what music's gonna be playing. kind of just like vibe it, scope it out. You know, like yeah, Versus Self isn't for like that crowd killing in a sense, but like if you hear it or like you want to express yourself in a more harsher like way, like go for it when the time comes. But like at these shows, it's like it leaves a bad impression too. If like you know if it's your first show and then someone just clocks you in like you know the nose or something, you know that's just like kind of bad, you know. But yeah, just read the room. That's all I gotta say.
Besides music, what are some niches or hyperfixations you're really into right now?
Running right now. I definitely go through hyperfixations a lot. Yeah, right now running and reading.
What's a weird hyperfixation that you've been through?
D&D. D&D, hiking, video games, comic books. Like I've
All
been,
of it.
yeah, I've gone through so many different things. Mostly DC. Like anything to do with the Bat family. I haven't read comics in a long time, but yeah, when I was into them, that was what I was into. Yeah.
Hyperfixations or hobbies you're into besides music?
I really like screen printing T-shirts, and man, I'm trying to think of like kind of what else I do besides like music stuff. Yeah, like just kicking it, dude. Yeah, I'm into building like motorcycles and stuff. Like just working on them, wrenching them and stuff. Yeah.
I don't know, just hanging out more so. I like picked up rollerblading or roller skating during the pandemic. So like I would go to the rink with my buddy and like just try and learn like all like the old heads, just like all smooth going on there. I'm like I want to do that. It looks sick. So I'm getting a little bit better at it, learning how to go backwards. But I would say yeah, kind of like that on my free time if I have it. Other than that, it's just music and work, you know.
I got you.
Hanging out.
Final question. Who is the realest motherfucker you know?
Fuck. The realest motherfucker I know.
Do they have to know us?
Devin.
They don't need to know you.
My friend and old roommate Devin. I wouldn't be where I'm at without Devin. Basically, I lived in his house for a long time on like stupid cheap rent, like way too stupid cheap rent. He's like way too fucking kind. I used so much of his music gear. I used like when I started Self-Versed Records, it was his printer I was using. It was his tape machines to duplicate the tapes. Yeah.
Awesome.
I'd say the realest motherfucker I know is my buddy Chris Duran and Daniel Domar. Those are my homies right there, dude. They keep it 100 all the time.
Why are they so real? Just because they keep it 100?
Yeah, dude. They're the homies, dude. They got they humble my ass for sure. They'll tell me if my shit sucks or not, which is cool. I like that about my friends. I don't like the friend that like kisses your ass just to be your homie. I like people who are like, nah, that shit sucks.
You need those motherfuckers in your life,
Dude,
right?
dude, 100%.
Make
Fucking,
it.
that's only how you get better, dude. People telling you suck.
How about you? Realest motherfucker you know?
Probably this guy right here, honestly. Him. My little brother too, they just like keep it real with me all the time.
100%.
And I take that like to heart. I like to like be better, to strive to be like, okay, like maybe I shouldn't be doing this or maybe I should like be doing that instead. But yeah, kind of like, yeah.
A message to the fans or any upcoming projects you want to share?
Give it up. Shout it out. Come on, you know you want to.
What am I shouting?
It's your little side project.
Side project?
We headed west.
Velcro Wallets, my little brother's band. They have an album coming out.
Damn.
I'm trying to
your
think.
fucking whole ass label.
Oh, Beechwood Records, little record label. I'm like
Shindig, I guess.
trying to run with my little brother too. More so like alternative rockish, I would say.
Okay.
But yeah, I'd say like those three in a sense, and then keep repping No Mirrors and Versus Self, and Elm. Be on the lookout for Elm. That's this guy.
That's us. That's all.
Upcoming projects or final words you want to share?
Let's say just thank you everyone who listens to Versus Self, and fuck anyone who calls us a TikTok band. You probably found us. You probably found us on there too, so you're a little hypocrite. Yeah.
Yeah, thanks to anyone who's ever listened to us. I have a new project called Gate. You find us on Instagram at GAYT Band. And we have a split coming out soon. Hopefully it'll be out by the time this is aired, but I'm gonna leak it. Should I leak it? Just in case it's not out, fuck it. We're doing a split. It's gonna be us, Numb Ears, Catalyst, and Party Hats.
Whoa.
One song each.
Just bleep all that out.
Yeah.
That'd be funny.
That'd be funny.
Yeah, do that. That's really
Yeah,
funny.
I haven't told anyone that yet. So, but I think, I think it's trying to be out very soon.
Upload it when it's out.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you can go ahead. I don't give a fuck. Because I think it'll either be out or it's going to be out like right after you put this up or some shit.
Yeah.
So.
We're in it's like 2
Yeah.
weeks away. Maybe
Yeah.
less.
Tell us about your Arizona story.
Okay, yeah. The first time we ever played in Arizona was it was versus Self and Numb Ears. We did a like 3-day run. It was here first, then New Mexico, and then Denton, Texas, which was the reason for the trip to go play with Party Hats, that was our first time meeting them. And basically, Chris, the singer of Party Hats, used to live here, so he knew Tommy from Commiserate and Up Now. And Tommy booked us at a little spot called Unity Through Community. And yeah, that was our first time playing there. And that's how I met Tommy. And then I guess a few other people from bands like Journal, the drummer from Journal, happened to be at that show. And yeah.
And it all just fell into place.
Yeah.
Anything you guys want to add on that, or?
Oh no, yeah, it's exactly how it went. There was like about 4 people there. It was awesome.
Yeah, there was not that many people there.
If you weren't at that show, keep your mouth shut about
Yeah.
that TikTok shit.
Yeah, there was very few people there who knew who we were for sure. And shout out these fuckers because they drove in Frankie's truck that had no AC.
In Arizona.
In Arizona, New Mexico, and Texas. In the middle of July. Yeah.
Wild.
Yeah.
Well, I'm on shuffle with Versus Self, and we're out of here. The board? You should do something on the board. Here, I'll hold up your guys' album.